So this video is Lips 101, and I already did a little 101 eyeliner tutorial, and for the same look I didn't do my lips, so I could teach you a couple pointers and a little bit of how to for the lips. When it comes to lips, everybody wants to wear a crazy color and they always feel like they can't, and that's not true. You can. You just have to find the right shade for you, and you also, I would suggest to always wear a lip liner. If you wear a lip liner, 9 out of 10 times every woman will be able to wear any lip color in the whole wide world that she wants. That's what I have discovered via Crystal. Seed Anita, she has her own channel if you want to watch. She has lots of good skincare videos. And Louis Vuitton, if that's your thing. Some of the concerns when it comes to lips is, what color should I choose? Rule of thumb, if you want to choose a color, always make sure that it's a little darker than your natural lip color if you want to do something natural. And then of course it's always good to just baby step your way to brighter, bolder colors, because if you slap one on, you're not used to it, you're gonna hate it, it's gonna scare you from lipstick forever, and then you're gonna come into Sephora and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I love your lip color, but I can never wear that. And I'll be like, yes you can, and then you'll be too afraid to try it. Because that happens all the time. I always suggest a lip liner. Lip liners help to define the lip. It helps to make a little fence, if you will, so you don't get feathering. And it also helps to make your lipstick last longer. But the reason why it helps to kind of make any color more wearable is because you get definition. So when you get a bold color on your lip, sometimes your lips can kind of disappear and it doesn't look proper because there's nothing defining the outside of the lip. It's just kind of going into the skin, and it's making it look, it can make your skin look sallow, or it can make your lips look weird. It's kind of unexplainable. Also, things that women come in and complain about is that lipsticks change colors on them, which can happen, totally can happen. And it's usually because your acidity is too high, your alkalinity, your alkaline, your pH balance is too high in your body. There's nothing you can really do to control that instantly. That's something you do like over time. A way you can help is to squeeze lemon in your water. That helps to balance your acidity. Either way, that can happen. So some women will say, oh, I put a pink color on, it turns to an orange. That's your alkaline. Or vice versa, I put an orange color on and it turns pink. That's your alkaline. So what you want to do is you want to do the color that's opposite of what it turns. So if you put a pink on and it turns orange, then you know that you need to wear more orange colors, because then they'll turn pink. Oh my gosh, yeah! And if you wear more pink colors and they turn orange, then you know that you want to do the opposite, okay? So that's how you fix that. As far as longevity goes, like I said, lip liners. And you might say, well, what lip liner should I wear? Should I wear one that's the same color as my lipstick? Should I wear one that's this or that? Well, I prefer to wear a lip liner that's as close to my lip color as possible. And I like to do that because if you choose a lip liner that's your lip color and you put whatever crazy color you want on top of it, as the color fades, you're not going to see that crazy line of lip liner because it's already the same color as your lips, or pretty close. That's why I like to do it. And it also helps to define the lip without creating too much darkness or a really harsh line. And sometimes it's good to have just the outside just be a little bit slightly off color or darker than the lipstick, because you get that definition and it helps to make your lip look more defined. But if you don't feel like wearing a lip liner, there are other things you can do. You can wear your concealer just like around the outside of your lips. You could do that. That would act as a barrier so your lipstick doesn't bleed. You could take a Q-tip into some setting powder and do the same thing just on the outside edges, powder the edges. You could do that. Or you could wear a clear wax lip liner that you put on the outside of your lip. You just line the outside and that will create the barrier as well. So there are other alternatives if you don't feel like you need a lip liner, which some women don't, and that's totally fine. That's no big deal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to line your lips to make them more full, or to fix any asymmetrical lines, because we basically want symmetry with the lips. So there's a way to get that with your lip liner. I put a moisturizer on. It's always good to hydrate the lip before you apply any lipstick because you don't want your lips to be all dry and cracky with your lipstick on. I'm just gonna wipe it off along with all the yuckies that might have became moist having done that. And then you want to take your lip liner. So I'm gonna sharpen it because it looks really scary. So the lip liner that's close to my lip color, which I have a pretty dark lip. It's the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 1C. I have so many swatches on my hands, it's just really hard to see. It's right here. So what we want to do is you always want to start with the peaks first, okay? So what we're gonna do is do the Cupid's bow. You typically want your mouth to be shut when you do it. You don't want to create lines that aren't there. So if we were to open our mouth, then we're altering our lip shape. So we want to keep it closed. So it's not meant to be a dark line. That's why we're using a liner that's close to our lip color, because we don't want it to be darker than the lipstick. We want it to be the same color as our lips, so when the lipstick fades, it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be visible. It will be visible until we put the lipstick on, barely, but you'll see. And I like to make mine a little more sharp. Okay, and then we're gonna do the bottom center too. And then I do have crooked lips, so I always have to overcompensate on one side to make it more symmetrical with the other side, which is what you want to do. We need to create symmetry here. So to make your lips fuller, if you want to add volume, then what you want to do is go from the outside in, and gravity is just going to help you create more volume. Okay, so we start from the outside and we go upwards. And it will just instantly help you to create that itty bitty bit of volume without it going over your lip line too drastically, because we don't want it to look unnatural. Just like that. So you can see how by doing that, it just added more volume. And this side I need to add more volume to too to make it symmetrical. So let's do the same. And then if you're somebody who feels like your lips are too full, because some women who have fuller lips sometimes don't like that they have full lips. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to do the opposite. To decrease volume, you'd want to go from the inside out. So you'd start here and then you'd go down. And then that'll just, gravity again will automatically help to decrease the volume. Okay, so on the bottom, I don't really need, it doesn't really matter because my bottom lip's like bigger than my top lip anyway, so I already made the top look like the bottom. And there you go. Now I have perfectly symmetrical lippy poos. Take it a step further. If you want to create a fuller lip, what you want to do is you want to fill the corners in, the four corners, and you want to leave the center blank. Just take the edge of your pencil, not the direct point, and we're just going to shade the corners in. So what that does is it creates a light center. So when we put our lipstick on, the center is already going to be light, which will create a more full effect. It'll make it look a little more fuller than it really is. If you want to, you can fill it all in and then you can just dot a little bit of concealer there. You could totally do that. That's a little trick that I read in a book somewhere. To show you, I'm going to do it to show you. So just kind of fill in the whole lip. Also, filling in your whole lip with your lip liner will act as a primer. So it'll make your lipstick last longer, so you could still just do it anyway. And then for the concealer, I would use one that isn't very emollient, one that's maybe like a little more thicker in texture. The one I'm gonna use is the Korres Quercetin and Oak Concealer. It's a little more of a dry texture. I'm just gonna take a little on my finger and we're going to dot it in the center of my lips. Just a little at a time. Don't go too far out, just remember in the center. Just like that. And you can see already that, you know, my lips look fuller. I mean, they look funny, but they do look fuller. So the lipstick color I'm wearing is, I didn't really decide yet. I think I'm gonna wear Bolero by NARS. It's a really bright peachy color. Oh, I have so many swatches on my hand, I can't even show you. It's right here. It's pretty bright, and you know me, I like to be bright. Oh, you know what? It's kind of the color of my shirt. It says dream, because I believe everyone can achieve their dreams. I'm just gonna sharpen it out. I'm so unprofessional. So now that we've done the whole full lippy guy, and our lips are symmetrical, now we can just slide this sucker on. So just remember, you always want to hit in the center, because wherever you hit first, it's going to be the most pigmented. So center, and then spread. And then I just like to use my finger on the edges just to smooth them out. So there's no crackly lines. Or you could use a lip brush if you want to. And then to make it glossy, and because it's Bolero is like really drying, but I love the color, I'm gonna put a glossy stain over it. This is 105. So this is totally optional, but just so you can see how you can layer, and it's totally fine as long as you do it in nice layers. And there you have it. I really hope that helped and it kind of cleared the mystery a little. If you have any questions, by all means, please ask me. I know this was kind of short and sweet, but I mean, it's just lips. So I hope you liked it, but I love you guys. See you next time.